Today, Northeastern is hosting the Eagles from Chazy, and at this time I'd like to introduce the Eagles. Number 00, Colin McCarthy. Number 15, Andrew Dupree. Number 22, Andrew Rabideau. Number 23, Matt Gravel. Number 30, Jeffrey Bosch.
But again, he's still the same.
Number 40, Keith Ledoux. And starting today for the Eagles, at guard, number 10, Brandon Lauren. At guard, number 12, Ricky Olden. At forward, number 33, John Tregan. At forward, number 20, Andrew Lapierre. And at forward, number 25, Shane Howley. The Eagles are coached by Dan Bernard. And now for the Cougars, number 45, Casey Mantle. Number 12, Nathan LaFave. Number 22, Randy Grimshaw. Number 11, Fred Hapgood. Number 15, Rob Armstrong. Number 21, Richie Collins. And starting today for the Cougars, number 24, at guard, Logan Miller. Also at guard, number 23, Jamie Davison. At guard, number 32, Tom Bedard. At forward, number 31, Connor Chapman. At forward, number 44, Stephen Carter. The Cougars are coached by Rob Guerin. The officials for tonight's game are Mr. McMillan, Mr. Spillman, and Mr. LaBarge. Would you please stand? Before we do the national anthem, I'd like to take a minute. We had a young lady on our cheering squad that was killed in an accident on Monday, Morgan Baker, and of course Chazy. One of their players, Frankie Garrow, was killed about a month ago in an accident. So I'd like to have a moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Hello North Country basketball fans, and welcome to Northeastern Clinton for today's game between the Eagles of Chazy and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. It is the 31st of December 2009, the last day of 2009, and this is a game that was rescheduled from a few days ago, and it's Northeastern Clinton coached by Rob Guerin and the Eagles of Chazy coached by Dan Bernard. Right now the shot was missing, and it's picked up by Lauren. Lauren taking the ball up here for Chazy, crosses midcourt, comes to the near side. He gets it over to Osher, to Tregan, inside to Lapierre. Some good ball movement from Chazy early. Is Tregan all the way over to Osher, beyond the arc, over to Halley, baseline, back to the top of the key to Lauren. Lauren takes a three-pointer and misses it, and it's rebounded by number 22 or 32, and that would be for Tom Bedard for Northeastern Clinton. Nice pass from Davison. He gets it all the way over to Miller. Shot goes up, and it's rebounded by Carter. Carter looking for somebody, finds Davison inside. Nice move from Davison, and he gets it into the hands of Tom Bedard. He lays it in. It's 2-0 Northeastern Clinton. It's Lauren taking the ball up here for Chazy. Northeastern Clinton into their patented 2-3 zone, and Rob Guerin, with the 1 year he coached for Chazy, they actually won the sectional championship, and he brought the 2-3 zone to Chazy, and Northeastern's known for that. Northeastern will play a 2-3 zone. It was picked up by Dan Bernard when he took over the coaching duties when Rob Guerin came back to Northeastern Clinton. Turnover from Chazy. It'll be Miller getting the ball into Davison, and Chazy is playing kind of a man-to-man right now, and they go back into a 2-3 zone. And so it's a mirror image defensively, Chazy and Northeastern Clinton. It's Chapman, gets it up over to Miller. Miller with the ball, working to the top of the key. He's got Davison. He's being guarded closely by Osher. Osher guarding Miller. And a 5-second rule, and Pete McMillan says 5 seconds. And Calvin, you might want to, because I really don't understand that rule. You probably understand it better than I. What happened there?
Closely guarded, you have to make some actual move to improve your position toward the basket or get rid of the ball.
And Osher nails a three-pointer, and the Eagles go up by 1, 3-2. And we've talked about this before with the 2-3 defense. If Chazy shows they can hit the three-pointer, then Rob Guerin's going to have to extend that 2-3 zone to come out beyond the arc.
Yeah, he'll stick with the 2-3, but he'll spread it out.
He'll come out with it. And now it's a full court pressure. It's Lauren. They're going to look to double team here. Lauren trying to get through. Nice play by Lauren. It goes into Tregan's hands. All the way, try to go underneath to Halley. And it's back into the hands of Osher. Osher with the ball, pushes it low to Halley. Halley goes up strong, hits the backboard, misses it, rebounded by Carter, given up to Miller. Miller crosses midcourt, picked up by Lauren. He's looking to penetrate, comes over to the near side. Davison will square up for 3. He misses it, and the rebound, nice rebound by Carter. He'll probably be fouled by Halley, is my guess. It was 2-0, and it was actually fouled by Lapierre. So going to the line for 2 is Steve Carter. Chazy leading 3-2 with 5:37 to go here in the first quarter. And he misses the first one. And he makes the second, so this game is tied up at 3. They got full court pressure working here. So Osher with the ball, trying to get by, and he set on the line. So the full court pressure worked for the Cougars there as the Eagles turn the ball over. So he'll get the ball underneath the Chazy basket. Chazy will block it up with Tregan, Halley, and Lapierre, trying to keep Carter away from the basket. It comes all the way back over to Miller. Chazy in their 2-3 zone. Miller looking to the right side. And it comes into the hands of Chapman. Chapman looking to penetrate. He's blocked by Halley, gives it up over to Osher. And Osher coming down will slow things up. He actually squares for another 3. He misses it, and it's rebounded by Tregan. Tregan gets it inside to Lapierre, back out to Tregan. Tregan over to Lauren. Lauren inside to Halley. Halley at the post, goes underneath to Lapierre. Lapierre back to Lauren. Lauren squares up, shoots, misses it, rebounds. Nice hustle by Lauren, saves it. Gets it into Lapierre's hands. He comes all the way back over to Tregan. Tregan looking to penetrate into the paint. He does. Goes up off the glass. And nice rebound by number 31 for the Cougars, Connor Chapman. And Coach Guerin does not like what he sees here early on in the first quarter. With 4:49 to go, we're tied at 3. And Miller will get the ball into Davison. We're back here from the timeout, the Northeastern timeout. And it goes into the hands of number 32. That would be for the Cougars. is Bedard, and nice shot by Carter, and Chazy, who was it, Chapman? Chapman made the bucket, so it's 5-3 Northeastern, and Chazy trying to break this press. Gives it up over to Lauren. They break it. Lauren takes it up over to Hallie. Hallie looks to go up off the glass here, and he is fouled. 44, so Steve Carter will be called for the foul. Going to the line for two is Shea Hallie. He makes the first one. Makes the second, and we're tied at 5 here with 4:24 to go here in the first quarter. Davison, no look pass over to Chapman, right side. And we got a tie up here. And the arrow favors Chazy. Chapman thought he was fouled, but Denny Labarge saw it differently. And so Chazy gets the call as far as the arrow goes.
You can hug on New Year's Eve.
You can hug on New Year's Eve. Looked almost like a Barney commercial there for a minute, Calvin. And nice play by Chapman to steal the ball, but it's picked up by Osher. And Osher wanted to throw it off the player, but he lost it going out of bounds, so a turnover for Chazy. Ball will go back to Northeastern, but we have another timeout. The score's tied at 5 with 4:04 to go here in the first.
You know, and one of life's little twists, Joey, in this gymnasium today, there's a fellow who graduated from Northeastern who's now on the school board at Chazy. And there's a lady who graduated from Chazy who now teaches here at Northeastern, so they both have to be careful who they cheer for.
As you know, I'm unbiased here on the mic, and the teacher you're talking about hasn't said a word. She's going to kill you when she sees this on TV.
I'm going to keep an eye. If she cheers for her alumni, she's going to be in trouble.
It is kind of comical, isn't it? We're back from the timeout. We'll have to tell people what that's about in a moment. Ball comes into Tregan, over to Osher. Osher will square up baseline, hits the rim, rebounded by Davison. Davison looking to run the floor across his midcourt, looking to penetrate. Good defensive pressure by Chazy. Nice play by Davison to get away from Lauren. And the shot goes up. Miller with the shot, misses it, rebounded by Lauren. And he'll slow it up, take it up the court. He's got Osher to the left. He's got Tregan to his right. He crosses midcourt into the paint over to Lapierre. Lapierre over to Osher. Osher squares up for the three. Rebounded into the hands of Davison. Davison looking to look. He's got Logan. He does. Nice play by Osher to block it. And nice hustle by Logan Miller to steal the ball. Chazy a little lazy on that. Davison going up. And he makes it, so he'll go to three-point play. But laziness on that part, on Chazy's part, cost a three-point play.
Well, I just think they thought they had the ball, and they just discounted.
They took it for granted.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily laziness. They just thought they had the ball, and they weren't too concerned about it. It didn't appear to them that they needed to protect the ball.
And that's compliments to Miller not giving up, and he basically generated that basket for Chazy with his hustle.
What usually happens there is the player picks up a frustration foul, but
which was nice not to see.
Yeah.
And all the way down, and it's knocked away by Miller, picked up by Osher. Osher going up, and he'll be fouled by number 32, Tom Bedard. And I'm getting Miller and Bedard mixed up here. I get to know these players. But Hapgood has checked into the game right now, and going to the line for two is Osher. So to get back to what you were saying before, obviously I graduated from Northeastern Clinton back in '79, calling the game, being neutral. My wife Margaret graduated from Chazy, a teacher here at Northeastern Clinton, and it looks like she's being neutral. So, are we being politically correct on Hometown Cable?
Have your announcers spayed or neutered?
And Osher makes one of them. It's now 7-6 Northeastern Clinton. It's Davison coming up, goes to right side over to Bedard. Back to Davison into Hapgood's hands. He goes down low to Chapman. He squares up for a baseline jumper. Nothing but net for Connor Chapman. Again, full court pressure here by the Cougars. Osher looking to penetrate. He does. Osher going up. He's fouled by Davison, and he'll go to the line for two. So nice play by Osher to get by the double team on the far side. And going up, Davison fouled him, so Osher will go back to the line for 2 with 2:56 to go here in the first quarter. He gets the roll on the first one. That's now 9-7. Short on the second one, goes in the hand of Lapierre. Lapierre has it rejected. And nice hustle by Lapierre back into the hands of Osher. Osher has it taken away by Davison. And we have a jump ball, and the arrow favors Northeastern Clinton. And nice sportsmanship, Osher picking up Davison. We have 2:47 to go. And we have Casey Manor coming into the game, Richie Collins coming into the game, as well as Rob Armstrong. And it's Hapgood with the ball. He goes near side to Armstrong, inside to Collins. Back over to Hapgood, over to Armstrong. Armstrong looking to drive baseline, pushes it back. Nice play over to Grimshaw. He misses it. Nice rebound by Collins, and Collins lays it in. And it's now 11-7 Northeastern Clinton. Full court pressure here. It's Lauren all the way up, trying to find Lapierre, and the full court pressure did its job. It forced Lauren to throw the ball over to Lapierre's head, so it's a turnover for Chazy. Northeastern will get the ball with 2:21 to go and a 4-point lead into the hands of Grimshaw. Randy Grimshaw coming up, Chazy extending their 2-3 zone, and Armstrong has it knocked away, and it'll be an over and back. Well, it goes out of bounds, so the ball turnover for Northeastern Clinton. Chazy will get the ball, and it'll be Osher taking the ball out for Chazy here on the near sideline. Osher gets it up to Lauren. Lauren being guarded by Grimshaw. Loses his dribble. Gets it up over to Lapierre. Lapierre being guarded by Manor over to Tregan. And now Northeastern Clinton is into a man-to-man defense. Gives it up to Osher. Osher squares up for 3. He misses it. Nice rebound by number 45. Casey Manor gives it up over to Randy Grimshaw. Grimshaw looking to penetrate, and nice play by Randy Grimshaw going coast to coast, and Dan Bernard does not like that, and it's now a 13-7 Northeastern lead into Lapierre. Lapierre pushes it up. Halley beats everybody down court, takes it off the glass. A nice fast court basket here by the Eagles, and it's now 13-9 near side to Hapgood. Hapgood beyond the arc. Comes back to the near side of Grimshaw. Grimshaw squares up again. He misses it, rebounded by Lapierre. Nice job by Lapierre to get the rebound. Gives up his dribble over to Osher. Osher being picked up by Hapgood. Osher crossing midcourt. With the 1:05 to go, it's Osher working his way to the basket. Still with the ball. He's got to give it up. Dribbling a little too much here. He squares up. He misses everything, but it goes off the hands of Casey Manor. So Chazy got a break on that one as it was going to go out. Manor tried to grab the ball, went off his hands, so Chazy will get the ball underneath Northeastern's basket. It is Tregan. Tregan inside to Halley, or to Lapierre, out to Lauren. Lauren gives up his dribble over to Osher. Osher into the paint over to Lapierre. He's taken it in strong, and he's fouled by, looks like, Collins, and Lapierre should be going to the line for 2 here with 44 seconds to go. And Lapierre nothing but net on the first one. It's now a 3-point Northeastern lead, 13-10. He makes the second one, and while the first quarter is winding down here, Calvin, why don't you tell us who our 3 referee team here today is?
Well, we got Peter McMillan over on this side. Under the basket is Paul Spillman, and in the back over near the corner is Dennis Labarge.
And right now, nice feed from Manor over to Grimshaw. Grimshaw loses it over to Lapierre. Lapierre tried to save it, and it will go back to Northeastern Clinton. Good defensive play by the Eagles, but the ball goes to Northeastern underneath the Chazy basket. It's Hapgood, baseline. Loses his dribble, gives it up over to Armstrong. Armstrong back over to Hapgood. Clock winding down here, 16 seconds. inside to the paint. Manor back over to Grimshaw, all the way over to Armstrong. He takes the shot. He's short. Nice play by Casey Manor. And it's Chazy ball with 5 seconds to go. The score's 13-11.
Casey Manor, the best goalie in the CVAC in yesterday's paper.
That's right. And what a play by Tregan all the way to Osher. And you could hear Dan Bernard telling Tregan go long with it, and Northeastern didn't pick up on it. And at the buzzer, basically, Northeastern ties this game. The first quarter comes to the end with Chazy and Northeastern tied at 13. And Matt Gravel into the game, gets it into Osher. Osher, top of the key, comes over to Tregan. Tregan back to Osher. Northeastern back into their 2-3 zone. Halley at the post gives it up over to Osher. Right side to Gravel, goes baseline to Lapierre. Lapierre has Tregan. Tregan will square up. He misses and the ball goes right into the hands of Chapman, who gives it up over to number 24, Miller. Baseline is number 32. I get those guys mixed up. And it's Osher coming down to Bedard. And Osher with the ball, slowing things up. Smart play on Osher's part, inside to Lapierre. Lapierre has it knocked away, and here comes the Cougars. They're running the floor and stolen away by Tregan. Good job by Tregan to stop the fast break of the Cougars, giving up to Osher, crosses midcourt here on the near side. 7:15 to go in the second quarter. We're tied at 13. Osher will square for 3. He misses it, and nice rebound by Carter, gives it up over to Davison. Carter comes up over to Bedard, off the glass. He misses it. Rebound. Nice play by Carter. Position on Halley. He goes up for the offensive rebound, lays it off the glass. Northeastern goes back up by 2 with 6:53 to go. Osher looking from direction for Coach Bernard. He gets it up over to Gravel. Gravel has it knocked away, gives it back over to Tregan. Top of the key, goes left side to Osher. Osher goes baseline to Halley. Halley trying to get the handle on it. He does, all the way back to Gravel. Nice ball movement here by the Eagles. And Gravel looking to square, gets it to Osher. Osher will square up. He's short. Nice play by Tregan to anticipate that. He's rejected. But Halley gets the rebound. He misses it. And Lapierre goes up. He gets the roll. So nice offensive rebounds by the Cougars. This game is tied at 15.
The Eagles.
The Eagles. Yes, offensive rebound by the Eagles. And it's, see, that's where I graduated, Calvin. And subliminally, it just comes back. I'm yelling the Cougars. And Davison just nailed a three-pointer. Bedard. See, I was talking to you, not looking at the court. I just assumed it was Davison. It helps when you know the players.
It does.
And it's Osher coming up. He has it knocked away, and here come the Cougars. And the Cougars are very dangerous. They can score a lot of points quickly. And just like that, we went from a tie game to a 5-point Northeastern lead on a three-pointer and then a turnover. So it's 20-15, and there's a foul on number 24, Miller. And of course, we should talk about the lineup that we had beforehand. The Cougars got new uniforms and changed their numbers on us, so it's not in numerical order, so it makes it much tougher to call the game when you don't know the players.
We'll fix that up at halftime.
Oh yes we will. And it's Osher coming up all the way down to Lapierre, back to Tregan, baseline to Lapierre, all the way back to Osher, and Osher saves it from going across midcourt. Over to Tregan, inside to Halley. Halley back over to Gravel, down low to Lapierre. Lapierre off the glass, misses, rebounded by Chapman, gives it up over to Davison. Davison over to Lapierre, or not Lapierre, but Miller, Bedard. We are going to change this at halftime. So I remember 32 is Tom Bedard. And it is a turnover on the Cougars, so it will be Osher taking the ball up. Lauren getting ready to check back into the game. Inside to Halley. Halley has it knocked away. Good play by Davison. Osher's got to watch out for the foul. And Davison finishes, and 7 unanswered points here for the Cougars. And they've got a reach it in foul on Tom Bedard. And that would be his second foul. And it is Tregan coming out of the game. Lauren back into the game. And he's got the ball right now. The Eagles trail by 7. Osher underneath. Nice play, and Gravel was blocked by Carter underneath. Going nice. It was a nice look by Osher to find Gravel, but he got blocked by Carter. So Chazy will get the ball underneath the Northeastern basket. Halley trying to get it. It goes off the foot of Carter or Chapman. So the Cougars back on defense still. Eagles taking it out underneath the Cougar basket. Gravel gets it up over to Osher. Osher takes it off of Davison. Gravel trying to get it to Osher, knocked out of bounds by Davison. Ball comes out to Gravel. Gives it up over to Lauren. Now Northeastern back into a man-to-man defense. They've been going from 2-3 zone and stolen by Davison. And Osher, frustrated, fouls Davison. And some good quick hands by Jamie Davison to take the ball away from Ricky Osher. 4:31 to go here in the second. 7-point Northeastern lead, 22-15. And it's Miller with the ball over to Davison. All the way over to Bedard. It goes off his hands. And it's turnover. Ball will go back to the Eagles. Lauren with the ball. Crosses midcourt. Gives it up over to Osher. Osher being guarded by Davison. All the way to Lapierre. Lapierre looking for somebody. Lost his dribble. And he throws it away, and it's over and back. And good defense by the Cougars, forcing the turnover. And we have exactly 4 minutes here left in the second quarter. And it will be number 24, Miller, with the ball. Over to Davison. Davison looking to penetrate. Bedard squares up. Rebounded by Carter. Carter takes it off the glass. And it's now a 9-point Northeastern lead. 9 unanswered points. The game was tied at 15 just a couple minutes ago. And the Cougars can score in bunches, and they have here as they built up a 9-point lead, 24-15. Halley in the paint, spins in and out, and it goes into the hands of Bedard. Bedard crosses midcourt over to Carter. Carter goes in strong, feeds it over to Chapman. A nice look from Carter to Chapman. It's now an 11-point lead, and now Coach Rob Guerin's going with a wholesale change. 5 guys coming off the bench. And it's Lauren with the ball. And good man-to-man defense here by the Cougars. A good job by number 24, Logan Miller. And Dan Bernard calls a timeout. We have 3:06 to go. 11-point Northeastern lead, 26-15. And we're back from the Chazy timeout. It's been 11 unanswered points. The first quarter had ended 13-13, so the Eagles have only scored 2 points. And the quick hands from the Cougars. And Hapgood will finish this. Oh, he misses it. And Osher, again, he's frustrated down there. That's twice that he's lost that ball with the quick hands of the Cougars. And it was Grimshaw and it was Davison earlier. And going to the line 4-2 is at number 22, Randy Grimshaw.
He said if nobody else will shoot, I would.
Yeah, nobody wanted to go up there. I was ready to walk down there myself, Calvin.
Yeah, I'll take him.
And Jeffrey Botten comes into the game. Coming out is Osher. He has 3 fouls, and 2 of them were frustration fouls. And at the end of the day, he's not the one player you want to have out of there because he's basically their playmaker.
Yeah, and he's put in a few points at various times this year.
Yeah, he can light it up. It's Lauren with the ball, crosses midcourt, guarded by Hapgood. Lauren gives it up over to Gravel. Gravel bounces it over to Botten, and it goes off Botten's hands into the hands of Collins. And Grimshaw with the ball over to Hapgood. Hapgood has Manor in the middle. He finds him. He just squares. Nice shot by Casey Manor, and he was voted the top goalie for the CVAC, if I'm not mistaken, just the other day in the paper.
Yeah, and Tim Ferguson's son got the MVP.
And Tim Ferguson's son got the MVP, another Northeastern graduate.
father.
That one, that's what I'm talking about. Tim Ferguson. And there's the movement by the Cougars. And again, they can put up points fast. It's been 15 unanswered points here for the Cougars as we approach under 2 minutes. And Chazy's been outscored 15-2 in the second quarter.
17-2, yes.
17-2. Squaring up is Lapeer. In and out. Rebounded by Manor. And the lid is on the hoop on this end here for the Cougar, or the Eagles. Halley with the ball. And the arrow favors. Oh, foul on Hapgood. And his mother's not happy with that call, I can tell you that, with 1:29 to go. I'm just picking on her. She's sitting next to me here, so I'm just. She's been a nice lady up here watching the game, but that was her son who was called for the foul. Told you I'd get you in the game. Halley makes the first one. It's 30-16. Well, Calvin, they broke the spell.
Yep.
So they were outscored 15-0, but it's now 15-2. So it's 30-17 Northeastern Clinton. Manor has it knocked away, picked up by Gravel. And Gravel slow things up with 1:16 to go. Over to Lauren. And it goes off Lauren's foot. And it'll go back to Northeastern Clinton. And Hapgood will get the ball into Armstrong. Armstrong goes right side to Rainey Grimshaw. An acrobatic shot ends up in Jeff Botton's hands, and Gravel will now run the floor. Slowing it up. Gives it up over to Halley. Halley wasn't expecting it. And Grimshaw gets to it. And Armstrong ends up with it. So the Cougars are all over the place, playing good, solid defense. Hustling at every opportunity. And Hapgood will square up. He's short, rebounded by Botton. Botton gives it up over to Lauren. We're 38 seconds here left in the first half. Northeastern with a 13-point lead. And nice quick hands by Grimshaw. Steals it from Lauren. And it goes off of the Cougars. And Chazy will get the ball back. Looking to cut into this deficit. They're down by 13. Either trying to get it to 19 or 20 points at the half. As we got under 20 seconds to go here. And it is Lauren with the ball. Going right side. Being guarded by Hapgood. Inside to Lapeer. Over to Botton. Botton squares up. Doesn't get the roll. Rebounded by Halley. Halley goes up. He doesn't get the roll. Picked up by Manor. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And the first half will come to an end here on the 31st of December 2009 here at Northeastern Clinton. I'm Joey Trombley calling the action. On the camera is the father of hometown cable, Calvin Castine. And Northeastern goes into the locker room at the half with a 30-17 lead. And we're back to start the second half here. It's the Cougars with a 13-point lead, and it's Davison getting the ball into Grimshaw. Grimshaw had the ball knocked away by Osher, and it goes off of Davison. And Osher's got to be careful out there with 3 fouls. He was aggressive on that play, and he's got to be very careful because the fourth one, Bernard will have him on the bench. I'm guessing.
You're guessing.
And it's Lauren with the ball. Man-to-man defense, and man-to-man defense worked well for the Cougars. Osher has it knocked away by Grimshaw, and Grimshaw's called for the foul on that one. And it'll be the ball on the side here. Osher taking the ball out here for the Eagles. John Tregan with the ball being picked up by number 32, which is Bedard, and it's Grimshaw with the ball goes left side to Davison. Davison into the paint. Bedard squares up. He misses it. Rebounded by Lauren. Lauren with the ball being guarded by Davison. He crosses mid-court. All the way over to Osher. Now another double team coming up. And again a foul by Grimshaw. And 2 quick fouls on Grimshaw. He was foul free in the first half, and he's got 2 in the first minute here in the second half.
That's all right. He's got 3 more.
Why, yes. Osher with the ball. They give you 5, so take advantage of them.
Dick Letourneau said they give you 4. The 5th one, you're gone.
Yeah, that's true. And it is Osher. And Grimshaw still playing tight defense inside to Halley. Halley going off the paint, misses it, rebounded by Lapierre. And a foul on Chapman. So 3 quick fouls on the Cougars in the first minute and 6 seconds here in the third quarter. And of course, you know the danger of that, Calvin. They get 7 fouls. Yeah. You're into the 1-on-1 situation.
And we're into a dragged out ball game.
Very dragged out. The new year may come and go by the time we get the game done if it gets to that point. And Halley.
I brought my hat and noisemakers just in case.
And Carter gets a foul. Good aggressive play. And that's 4 fouls in a row for Northeastern. And Coach Guerin cannot like what he sees in a minute and 15 seconds. 4 fouls. I guess it's okay to play aggressive, but you got to be careful for the fouls.
Well, the Cougars aren't used to playing a man-to-man defense.
Well, they are now. And Lapierre gives it up over to Tregan. Over to Osher, baseline. Has it knocked away, and it's Grimshaw coming up, running the court. Pushes it back to Davison. Davison squares up. The ball goes into the hands of Osher. Osher looking to run the floor. Chazy has the numbers. It's Osher taking it up himself. And nice play by Osher, fouled by Davison. And the Eagles bring it to 30-19. They trail by 11, and a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play with Ricky Osher going to the line for 1. In and out on Osher, rebounded by Chapman into the hands of Grimshaw. Grimshaw to Davison. He's looking to drive it all the way. Nice play by Davison. Good hustle by Davison. Gets his own rebound. Goes inside the paint over to Grimshaw. Grimshaw does a nice job slithering through the middle. Takes it off the backboard. It's now a 32-19 Northeastern lead with 5:59 to go here in the third. And Osher has it still in a way. And there's a third frustrating foul. Oh no, he said on the line. So I thought it was a foul on Osher.
Yeah, it looked like it was definitely a bump there.
So Spillman's right there.
Yeah. I'll call it a break for Osher.
Break for Osher. Picked up by Lapierre. Over to Osher. And Lauren with the ball. And one thing I've noticed with the Cougars, they have really quick hands, and the Eagles are having a hard time adjusting to that. Nice play by Tregan, taking it hard to the hoop. Takes it off the glass, and it's now an 11-point Northeastern lead, 32-21. Chapman underneath to Carter. Carter has it knocked away, picked up by Lauren. Lauren looking to run the floor. He slows it up, gives it up over to Osher. Osher to Halley. Goes underneath trying to find Lapierre. Lapierre on the ground. And timeout by Green. And with 5:06 to go in the third, it's Northeastern 32, Chazy 21. And we're back from the timeout. And it's Tregan taking the ball out underneath the Northeastern basket. He has Lauren. Lauren squares up for 3. Rebounded by Halley. Halley goes up. Rebounded by Lapierre. Out to Osher. To Lapierre. Lapierre going in strong. And it's off the backboard into the hands of Bedard. Bedard crosses midcourt. Comes over to Davison. In low to Carter. Carter's got position, and he's fouled by Halley. So nice play by Steve Carter to finish that play on a feed from Davison. And it's Carter for a chance for a 3-point play. As Northeastern goes up 34-21, looking to extend that lead to 35 with the Carter free throw. Misses it, rebounded by Chapman. Chapman blocked by Lapierre. And Lauren looking to run the floor with Osher. Lauren goes up strong, rebounded by Connor Chapman. Chapman gives it up over to Bedard. Bedard all the way up over to Carter. And nice play by Osher to get back defensively as they tried to find Carter underneath, but it goes off Osher's hands out of bounds. It'll be Northeastern underneath the Chazy basket. And it is Grimshaw taking the ball out for the Cougars. Gives it up over to Davison. Into the paint. Carter in the paint goes up. He's fouled probably by, I'm thinking, 25. It's by Halley. I thought it was going to be on Lapierre. And that would be Halley's second foul. Carter misses the first one. And Casey Manor coming into the game. Coming out is Connor Chapman. Misses the second, rebounded by Halley. Gives it up over to Tregan. Tregan will get it up over to Lauren. Lauren will now work his way over midcourt. They're in the man-to-man defense. Osher down low to Halley. Halley going up with it. Misses it into the hands of Grimshaw. Grimshaw gives it up over to Casey Manor. Manor has it knocked away by Lauren. Picked up by Lapierre. All the way to Osher. Osher takes it off the glass and in. So good hustle by the Eagles and a good hustle by the Cougars. The Eagles come up with it, and it's 34-23. Davison looking to penetrate. Goes baseline to Carter. Carter goes up. No, and he's called for the travel. So turnover for the Cougars. 3:45 to go, and it is Tregan taking the ball out over to Lauren. Chazy trying to get it under 10. That's a trail by 11 with 3:40 to go here in the third on this special edition of basketball here between Christmas and New Year's on the 31st of December. Hours away from the new year, ready to come in, and it's Halley off the backboard, picked up by Grimshaw. Grimshaw gives it up to Davison. Davison being guarded by Lauren. Loses his dribble back over to Grimshaw. Flips it over to Manor. Manor does a nice job. And Casey Manor finishes the play very nicely. And it's back to a 13-point lead here for the Cougars with 3:08 to go here in the third. Northeastern Clinton in their man-to-man defense. It is Lauren with the ball. Being guarded by Davison. He's looking to penetrate. Going baseline. Gives up his dribble. And fouled by Davison. And it is the sixth foul here in the period, so my guess is the Eagles will be in a 1-on-1 situation before this third quarter comes to an end, Calvin.
Yes, although there was a big gap between the fifth and the sixth foul.
Yeah, there was. And now we have more wholesale changes here for Coach Guerin. Collins comes into the game, Armstrong's into the game, as well as Miller. And the ball is into the hand of Osher. He goes into the paint to Lapierre. Lapierre shoots, misses it, and it's saved by Miller. Gives it to Collins, back to Miller. Logan Miller with the ball. Comes near side to Armstrong. Armstrong back over to Miller. Far side, Hapgood squares up. He misses it, rebounded by Tregan trying to shield the ball. But it's picked up here by the Cougars. And Manor squares up. And Casey Manor has been deadly in the paint, taking advantage of his opportunities. Gets another bucket. It's now 38-23 with 2:14 to go here in the third. Gravel gets it into Tregan. Tregan going baseline. Gives it up over to Lapierre. Lapierre back to Osher. Tregan, baseline. Takes the shot. Rebounded by Halley. Halley goes off the glass, in and out, and Shea Halley's had 3 or 4 go in and out tonight. Playing aggressive for the Eagles, but the balls are not dropping for him here. And it is Tregan. Trying to find Halley, stolen by Miller. Miller gives it up over to Hapgood. Hapgood crossing midcourt. Right side, left side over to Armstrong. He's baseline back over to Hapgood. Hapgood over to Armstrong, back over to Hapgood. At the post is Manor, top of the key, into Manor. He turns, squares. He gets the roll there, and Northeastern does not have a option how to stop Casey Manor. He's been deadly for the Cougars since coming off the bench here, and it's now 40-23. And missed, but picked up by Gravel. That's a 15-point Northeastern lead with 1:10 to go here in the third. They lead 40-25. And the ball is into Armstrong's hands. Turns it over, Tregan. Gives it up over to Osher. Osher crosses midcourt. Inside to Lapierre. Back out. Osher off the glass. Rebounded by Lapierre. In and out. And Lapierre fighting for the rebound. Nice job by Manor grabbing off the boards, defensive boards. Lapierre knocks it away. And the foul is by Hapgood. He went off his feet, and whenever you do that, you do risk the possibility of a foul, and going to the line for a 1-on-1 is Andrew Lapierre. And I said that they'd be there by the end of the third quarter. There's only 36 seconds left. So after scoring or getting 5 fouls like in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, the Cougars have done quite well since then.
Yes, but there'll be double bonus certainly
at 10,
before,
right?
Yeah, before too long.
And he makes the first one, and we know how important these one-on-one opportunities are. And Lapierre does a nice job making the first one. It's now 40-26, the Cougars, with 36 seconds to go. In and out, and Manor gets the rebound. And he stepped on the line, turns it over, so the Eagles have a chance to cut further into this lead. They trail by 14, trying to get down to 12 or 11. Ball comes into Tregan. To Lapierre. Lapierre going hard in the paint. Has it knocked away. Good hustle by Lapierre. Gives it up over to Osher. Osher looking to drive. He squares for the three. Misses it. Rebounded by Miller. Logan Miller running the court here with 14 seconds to go, being guarded by Osher. And Osher, so far, got to be careful, but has done a good job saying get any more fouls here in the third quarter. And Hapgood gets the shot off at the buzzer, and it's short. So the third quarter comes to an end, and Northeastern leading Chazy 40-26.
And Hapgood may have made that if he hadn't been so worried about the three-pointer. If he'd just taken the natural shot, instead he backed up to get behind the line. When you do that, your momentum is going backwards, and that's why you ended up short. If he'd taken the shot he had, he might have made it.
And the third quarter has come to an end. And we're starting the fourth quarter. It's Jeffrey Botten taking the ball out here for the Eagles. Gets it up over to Osher. Osher to Botten. Botten back to Osher. Way over to Gravel. Chazy moving the ball beyond the perimeter with 18 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Tregan squares, rebounded by Miller. Miller running the floor all the way down to Manor. Nice play, and Manor takes it off the glass. So Manor is definitely a strong player coming off the bench for the Cougars.
He's having a very good night, and it's nice to see that.
And he's building off his soccer success that he had. He's carried on to the basketball court.
Yep.
But he has been very impressive out there.
Yeah, nice job.
Nice set of hands taking it off the glass. And Gravel with the shot misses it. Rebounded by Grimshaw. Osher backs off smartly. And it's Grimshaw with the ball being guarded by Osher. Knocked out of bounds by Osher. Grimshaw into it's Carter. Down low, trying to find Manor. It's picking up by Botten. Botten gives it up to Lapierre. Lapierre gives it to Gravel. Over to Botten. Back over to Gravel. Right side to Osher. Osher taking it in. Nice finish by Ricky Osher. 42-28 Northeastern Clinton. It is the 31st of December, the last day of December 2009. We have a matinee edition of Hometown Cable Basketball here between Northeastern and Chazy, with the Cougars leading 42-28 with 6:21 to go. I'm Joey Trombley, along with the father of Hometown Cable, Calvin Castine. Osher lets a three-pointer go, rebounded by Carter. And timeout called by Coach Guerin with 6:11 to go, with Northeastern up by 14. And we're back from the Coach Guerin timeout. And it'll be Grimshaw taking the ball up. He's got Miller to his left, Bedard to his right, gets it down over to Carter. Bedard, three-pointer. And there's Casey Manor with the rebound, offensive rebound. Carter's there, he misses it, into the hands of Osher. Osher will slow things up here for the Eagles with 5:51 to go here in the fourth. He goes right side over to Jeff Botten, to Gravel, over to Osher. He squares up for three. Off the backboard, Halley's there. He can't get anything to drop. And you see the frustration in Shea Halley. Anything he's thrown up hasn't dropped. Everything Casey Manor throws up does drop. So it's a tale of two different players having different experiences today on this basketball game. And it is Bedard going underneath to Carter. Nice feed. Fouled by Tregan. And Carter had position, takes it off the backboard. He'll go to the line for one, trying to make a three-point play here. Northeastern 44, Chazy 28. He makes the bucket, or the foul shot I should say, so it's 45-28. And Lauren with the ball. Goes right side to Gravel. Over to Lauren. Osher back to Lauren. Chazy does a nice job moving it around the perimeter, back inside the paint over to Halley. Now it's down low to Tregan. Tregan pushes it out. Osher has it knocked away, picked up by Bedard. Bedard now comes near side, over to Miller. Miller has it knocked away. Casey Manor does a good job getting it over to Bedard. Bedard over to Carter. Carter with the rebound. And nice play by Steve Carter. It's now a 19-point Northeastern lead. Osher's not afraid to throw it up there. He's short on that one, and it's picked up by Grimshaw. Inside to Carter. Nice play by Carter. Fouled by Gravel. And Northeastern starting to score again by bunches. And that 101 hasn't mattered because Northeastern hasn't fouled in the fourth quarter.
Not yet. That was a beautiful move there by Carter.
Oh, that was pretty to watch. He knew where he was on the court, and he just composed himself and just took it off and drew the foul. And there's another timeout here with 4:25 to go. It's the Cougars up by 21, 49-28. Into the game, Nathan Lefebvre. And Carter looking to finish off the three-point play. He doesn't get the roll, but there's Casey Manor with the rebound. Into the hands of Miller to Lefebvre. Grimshaw pushes it inside to Carter. And it's picked up by Halley. And one thing that Northeastern's done well here in the last couple minutes, Calvin, is they fed it into their big guy who's doing a good job finishing the plays.
Yeah, Carter is tough to stop underneath. He's very mobile.
He has good height and he's very athletic. Gravel back to Lauren. Over to Osher, back to Lauren. Gravel. Tregan back over to Gravel, inside to Halley. Halley turns and shoots in and out, as it has been all game for him. And it's the Cougars coming down the court here with under, 3:30 to go. And Lefebvre gets it up over to Miller, inside to Carter. And again, they have no answer for him. Halley will pick up his third or fourth here. Picks up his third, and to the line for two is Carter. Makes the first one. And Lapierre coming back in the game, Tregan coming out. Carter makes the second one. And Chapman coming into the game, Carter going out, and I'm figuring Carter's day's done here, I'm assuming.
I would think so.
51-28, and what a day it was for Steve Carter. Played an awesome game today. And it's Lauren taking the ball up here for the Eagles. Osher all the way over to Gravel. Baseline to Lapierre, back to Lauren. Over to Gravel. Gravel will take the three-pointer. He nails it, and now it's a 20-point game, 51-31. Armstrong gets the ball over to Hapgood. Into the paint. Collins down low to Chapman. Nice look from Collins to Chapman. Takes it off the glass. We're under 3 minutes here. It's 53-31. Lauren back to Gravel. Over to Lauren. Down low to Halley. Trying to find Lapierre. Picked up by Chapman. Gives it up over to Hapgood. Hapgood over to Armstrong. Inside to Collins. Back over to Hapgood. Hapgood does a nice job getting the ball from Lauren. Over to Armstrong. Back over to Hapgood. He's short. Picked up by Gravel. Gives it up over to Lauren. Right side over to Gravel. Back to Lauren. Over to Gravel. The one thing I've noticed, when you got two big guys like Howley and Lapierre underneath, Chazy should do a better job, I think, of trying to get it to the big guys underneath. Take it to the hoop. You probably get fouled going in.
Yeah, but the Cougars have big guys underneath too, so it's not like these Howley and Lapierre dominate the height-wise.
No, they won it, but you can't blink. You got to go after them, at least see if it's going to work.
Yeah.
The Eagles do a good job moving the perimeter, but at least in this game, I don't see them using the height that they have underneath. And Lapierre and Halley, once they get in that paint, should be looking to take it to the hoop. And in and out, and it's rebounded by Collins. Gives it up over to Armstrong all the way. Nice feed down to Chapman. Nice pass from Armstrong to Chapman. A nice fast break point there, bucket for the Cougars. It's 55-33. Osher all the way over to Gravel. Over to Lauren, top of the key. Osher. And Gravel squares up. Nice play by Osher getting the rebound. And we'll get a one-on-one here. But you know, that's the first foul this quarter with 51 seconds left. So very well disciplined defensive play by the Cougars here in the fourth.
Yes, they looked like they were going to be in big trouble after the fifth foul early in the third.
Osher makes the first one. Misses the second, picked up by Chapman into the hands of Armstrong. Hapgood, 42 seconds to go here. Over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre back over to Armstrong. Back over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre squares for the three. He's short, picked up by Lapierre, given to Osher. Osher to Lauren. Lapierre baseline. Osher for three, he nails it. It's 55-37. 8 seconds to go. This game will come to a close here. And it's official here on the 31st of December 2009. Northeastern Clinton beats Chazy 55-37. And as Sam and Calvin like to say, we'll call it for the last time of 2009. That's the way it was in beautiful downtown Champlain.